All right, Newsport readers, you are in for an absolute treat today. We are standing right now on a revered and amazing piece of Douglas Shire real estate. And standing in front of me is, the new owners of that amazing property, Maddie Tam. Maddie, welcome.
Thank you.
And Christine Gradinger. Welcome, Christine.
Thank you.
For our sharp-eyed readers and listeners, they know exactly where we are. We are standing right now on the hollowed turf of the Karnak Playhouse property. That's right, Karnak, the revered location back in the 90s and 2000s here in Douglas Shire. Karnak Playhouse, the new owners, Maddie and Christine, and they're going to take us on a little bit of a tour here just to show us and talk to us about their future plans and so on and so forth. Guys, thanks for your time. Take me upstairs. Let's do this.
Let's do
Cannot wait to do this. Go ahead, walk ahead, and we'll just have a bit of a walk and talk. Just whilst I've got you kind of just following behind. Just tell us a bit about yourselves, guys. Like to those who don't know you that well, just keep going. Just tell us where you're from, kind of your links to the Shire, and so on and so forth.
Look, I grew up in Sydney, moved to the Gold Coast when I was in my early 20s, became an illusionist, worked around Australia with a famous troupe called the Flying Lotars. We had circus shows, magic shows, water shows, we had main arena attractions.
Yes.
So kind of when Karnak came up, it was perfect for us.
Awesome.
So we decided to go for it.
Christine?
Oh, I born and bred Aussie. Brought up in Brisbane. Spent a lot of time travelling. I actually lived up here from the mid '90s to the early noughts, and met Maddie up
Lovely.
here. And like I've said, ever since we've seen this place, our entire lives has been an apprenticeship for Karnak, with Maddie doing his entertainment, and I've been in marketing, event management and things like that. It was just the perfect opportunity for us.
Wonderful, and we'll get into that, but we're standing right here at the very location where throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, this was the exact place where all the shows were held, right in that famous amphitheatre. If you just want to wander down there, guys, and I'll get you in front of it. I know that you're saying that a little bit hesitant to show currently as it stands now, but you know what? In a few years' time, this place will be rocking and rolling like it was back to its former glory.
That's the plan.
I'm just going to put this down and get my questions out. I guess the question that everyone would love to know is, tell us why Karnak Playhouse? What is it about this property that you wanted to buy it for? And you've got it done now. So just take us through that process of thinking about buying it to actually being the ones lucky people who bought it.
We've been locals up here for a while, and we decided to become a little bit more ingrained in the community. So we thought, well, let's have a look at what's available for purchase. And Karnak was the first property that came up, and it literally ticked every single box that personally I've ever wanted. And Christine, for once, agreed with my crazy ideas.
I just love that. Obviously, Karnak Playhouse is, has such a special place in the hearts and minds of Douglas Shire residents for, the amazing shows that it used to host here. We're standing right in front of the stage now. Like when you look down there, and you I'm sure you know the stories of what was here and so on. How do you feel about actually being the new owners of this magnificent historical property in the Douglas Shire?
Look, I'm pretty proud to carry the torch and to continue the legacy that it was. That's our plan, is to bring it back to its former glory and more.
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts you wanted to say?
It's exactly.
Yeah, sure. One of the most critical questions, or most fun, important questions I wanted to get asked today is, we've spoken off camera about this, but if we could just go into, reveal some surprises about how you see the future look at the property, in the sense that what can residents, obviously you want to restore it to its former glory, replicate history. What types of shows and kind of can we expect in the future? Like you're talking about, festivals and maybe getting the stage back up together, and just take us through what's on your mind and how you see it going forward in the future.
Absolutely. So obviously theatre was a big part of Diane's dream here. So we would no doubt be doing theatre. My magic illusion background, we'll be doing magic shows here. I've got a very close tie to most circuses in Australia, so we'll be doing circus shows. Very good friend of mine, she's an opera singer. We'll be doing opera here, so it's endless. You were mentioning festivals, absolutely. We'll be doing small festivals, not too big. Hiring the place out for weddings, corporate functions. It keeps going without giving away too much.
Oh, magnificent. I'm sure what you're saying now is just warming the hearts of Douglas Shire residents, old and young. I mean, you know, like I say, this property has an extremely special place in the hearts and minds of local residents. Any further thoughts, Christine?
Oh, well, look, we've been in touch with some movie studios as well. We're looking at being able to use it perhaps as a set for a movie before we
Oh,
fix
wow.
this all up.
Wow.
So, you know, because this sort of a scenery you can't find just anywhere, and it's a bit hard to build.
100%. And
So
like
if we
you
can-
said, sorry, carry on.
I was just going to say, so if in its current condition it can be appreciated, it just adds more to the history of Karnak.
Oh, look, like I said, I think that the current condition or state is completely irrelevant. Like, people, like we know how amazing this is going to look in a few years when it's restored back to its former glory, and what it is now just adds to that. The way it looks now just adds to that, you know, the historical aspect and flavour of the place. So, I just wanted to mention when you're considering buying this, what specifically did you know about its history and Deanne and kind of the shows? Like, what was your awareness about the historical sentiment around this place before you bought
I've got to
it?
be 100% honest. I had absolutely no idea. So
Wow.
the property ticked all the boxes in something I was looking for, and as soon as I found out that it had some kind of history, I spent many hours and days reading up, watching old videos, and
YouTube channels.
learning about Dian Salento and what Karnak used to be, which just made it even more.
Yeah, and
inviting to purchase.
when you became aware of that, what was your mind thinking when you goosebumps?
I've already got goosebumps right now. Just like I said, it ticked so many boxes. It was unbelievable, and it added a lot more that was available too. So
We were going to make it happen.
yeah, we're going to make
Yeah.
it.
It was sort of like once we realised what this place was and how special it was, we were going to make this happen. It didn't matter. So yeah, we had to pull out a lot of stops.
Yes.
It took a few months.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were pretty tenacious about the whole thing.
Ah, amazing. In terms of the assistance that you might need, I mean, how do you plan on going about? You know, are you seeking some state assistance to get some tidy ups happening here or some work? So how do you see it coming?
100%. The place was opened by Wayne Goss, so there's already some kind of a tie to the government. So we hope that we could look for some government grants, some type of funding from other departments. A lot of help from the community. We'll look at trying to get community involved as well, and recognise that in the rebirth of Karnak.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you might do some, again, speaking of that, maybe you might do some tours and show people the property and do some walkarounds and some fun
100%.
things like that. And
There's some beautiful orchards. I mean, there's so many fruit trees around here, and you know, we'll make it an entertainment venture too.
Yeah.
We want Karnak to be something that's special, and once you're here, you get the best service and the best quality of everything, and you leave knowing that we've done a great job.
any further thoughts, Chris? Or?
Oh, we're also planning on doing walking trails and that through our 50 acres of rainforest.
Yes.
So Maddie wants to do a lot of walking trails through there, and we've got, so we can do things like yoga retreats and those sort of things as well. Just, again, giving the community an opportunity to use the grounds.
I mean, you're standing at the foot here of Devil's Thumb, one of the most beautiful hikes in far north Queensland. You're in Wineville, right at the tip of the mountains. I mean, it doesn't become any more beautiful than where we are right now.
100%.
Lastly, I just want to say, I'm sure I speak on behalf of all Douglas Shire residents that, guys, congratulations on buying the property. Number two, thank you for having the foresight and the passion and the interest to restore this property back to its former glory. I'm sure that the Douglas Shire is collectively so excited about you guys wanting to get Karnak Playhouse back to its former glory. So
Oh, thank you.
thank you.
Michael.
We look
Thank you to the community.
look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank
Cheers.
you.